Evet. Şimdi şuradan gidip ritüeli tamamlayacağız. Tamam, şimdi çaktım. Şöyle gideceğiz. Ne oluyor lan? Karanlık varlık. Yürü yürü yürü. Lan. Aç şurayı, aç şurayı. Lan hadi oğlum.
I couldn't hear the dark presence. It was gone.
Gitti.
The tunnel was open now.
Heh, tünel açıldı. Lan. Se
The dark presence. I had seen it before. I remembered now.
Fırtına bulutu diye bir başarım.
Hunting me.
Ne oluyor? Oha. Aha.
The murder site. Somehow the victim's heart was the key.
Kurbanın kalbi anahtar. Lan.
Something had shifted. I felt an overwhelming closeness to home. An FBI agent? Who are you?
What is this?
Aha. Nightingale'ı öldürünce
Hear me.
kalbi yok oldu.
I'm Saga Anderson, FBI.
This is Alan Wake. I'm trapped here. The dark place. Under Cauldron Lake.
Cauldron Lake. Who are you?
I'm trying to escape. I'm making progress, but I'm in danger. The dark presence. Help me. Please, help me. I could sense it. I was closer to home. Had the woman in the vision helped me somehow? Something had changed. Outside. Parliament Tower. Where I'd lived with Alice. It was out there. Waiting for me.
Oha.
Who was writing who? Who was writing this poem? Me? No.
Allah'ım, yine Alien'layız.
Felt it. Stepping to the murder site, I'd felt it hanging in the air. A meaning. The violent emotion of the act, like a cloud of wrath, the dead eyes of the victim staring at something you couldn't see, and yet making you aware of it. Something that's soaked into this place on a molecular level, overlapping with your meaningless existence. Regression to something you had managed to forget, marking you, taking you for a ride, making you crazier.
Oğlum çıkamıyoruz mu lan biz buradan? Ne oluyor? Harita var mı? Aha.
The station had changed. I was closer now.
Koçum değişmiş de istasyonlardan sıkıldık artık be. Aha, buraya gideceğiz.
Parliament Tower. Our home in New York. Was I really this close to being home? Going up to our apartment? Would I be home? Or was this just an echo of the real thing? Even then, the murder site had brought me
Alan
one
Wake.
step closer to escape.
Aha. Telefon mu çalıyor?
The payphone at the edge of the plaza was ringing again.
Hey, Alan. Thank God he picked up. I thought I lost you again.
Who are you? Why are you helping me?
Did you go deeper? To the overlap?
Are you talking about the murder site? Yeah, I did. I...
That's fantastic, Alan. We're closer to getting out. We're making progress.
Well, we would be if you would answer my damn questions.
Last time we spoke, you were pretty worried about Alice. Did you ever check Parliament Tower?
Gideceğiz, şimdi gideceğiz.
Sure she really got out of the dark place?
Well, of course she got out. That's why I'm here. That's the whole goddamn point.
Be very careful, Alan. The dark presence is stealing from you. It can already manifest as your double. Scratch will come.
Wait,
Yine gitti.
wait, hello?
Writer. Maybe he was a victim. Writer. Maybe he was a victim. Writer. Maybe
Hadi lan.
Maybe he was a writer. Maybe he was a victim. The cult, using his words. Or maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way, Alice Wake, his ex, she knew things. It was there in her art for all to see. A cry for help. The darkness she'd witnessed. And that put her in danger.
Was Alice here? In the story?
Ne oluyor lan? Avlanma.
Alice's photo equipment. Set to go off when the
Fotoğraf
door opens.
ekipmanları Alice'in. Beni çekti bir de girer girmez. Biraz mahremiyet ya. Mahremiyet. Mahremiyet.
Alice! Alice. This is a photo of Scratch. How did Alice get this? Is he stalking her? This is the door to my
Bu
study.
ne lan? Naruto'nun işareti gibi.
This symbol wasn't here
Çalışma
before.
odam. Lan nasıl bir kabusun içindeyiz yemin ediyorum.
Alice's video camera.
Locate the memory card. Bir dakika. İçine memory card'ı sokmamız lazım. Aha.
Alice's memory card.
...64 GB.
When I was younger, photography was everything to me.
Gençken fotoğrafçılık benim için benim her şeyimdi.
Thinking I'd make it as an artist.
Bir New York'a gittim diyor.
And then I met Alan.
Ve o zaman Alan'la tanıştım.
Good thing.
Bayağı iyiydi.
We
Güzel
were both
gitti.
dedicated by our creative ambitions.
Kendi kreatif hırslarımızla
The only difference
bazı
was that
kararlar
Alan's
verdik.
work made money.
Tek fark Alan'ın biraz daha kazanmasıydı.
I took his promo shots.
Onun kitaplarına promo çekimler yaptım. Kitaplarına coverlar yaptım.
Sure into it. I
Kendi
was
yayıncısına
taking photos, just not
şey yaptı işte.
my photos.
Fotoğraflarım değil. Bazı fotoğraflar
Not
yaptım.
me. Things got complicated sometimes.
Bazen çok karışıktı. Ama hayatta böyledir değil mi?
We loved each other.
Seviyorduk birbirimizi.
Then Alan hit a block. I brought
Alan
out
bir
a meaner
blok.
side of him. One I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington.
Washington'a bir gezide doktora gittim.
We argued.
Kavga ettik. Yanlış yollara gitti, saptı.
And he was just gone.
Sadece gitti.
Drowned, allegedly. Easy for people to think it was my fault.
İnsanları benim onun düşünmesi kolay.
About 6 years ago.
6 sene önce. Geceleri bir ses duymaya başladım. type yazı sesleri, sesler.
Alan was back,
Alan geri gelmişti.
haunting me.
Beni avlıyordu. Kovalıyordu işte, avlıyordu.
Then it got violent.
O zaman çok şiddetlendi.
It was Alan,
Alan
and yet it was a monster.
ama yaratık değildi.
He always did have anger in him.
Her zaman bir siniri vardı. Kızgınlığı.
I set up cameras around the apartment.
Apartmanın bazı
with motion
köşelerine kameralar
sensors and
koydum.
flashes.
Hareket algılayıcılarla birlikte.
Now, when the monster comes,
Yaratık geldiğinde
I turn it
bir
into
sanata
art.
dönüşüyordu.
My nightmares caught on film.
Kabusların film olmuştu.
And this is the focus of my new exhibition.
Yeni metodumun
Show people
şeyi bu. İnsanlara göstermek ne kadar karanlık.
new.
Bildikleri kadar, yani ne kadar karanlık olduğu.
I'm calling this exhibit the Dark Place.
Bu metoda karanlık mekan ismini koydum.
Alice. Scratch was
Oha.
terrorizing her. Why?
Alice Wake'in sanatı. Dark Place.
I sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looped me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing.
Part'ın sonu. Döndük yine bizim ajana.
Okay, let's recap what you've told us so far, Alan. For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a
Kabusunda
nightmare dimension called the
Sıkışıp
Dark
kaldın bu
Place.
karanlık
It's like New
mekanda.
York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake.
Yine
It's
New
not
York gibi
really
ama New York değil.
Under Lake.
Üstünde
And after all this time,
Cauldron
you
Lake
managed to
var.
get out.
Yeah, yeah.
But so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the dark presence?
Both. It's interchangeable. He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
And Scratch, the dark presence, wants to rewrite the world in his own image.
Which would be in your image, as he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest,
dünyayı bir
which is
kabusa
scheduled to
dönüştürüyor.
take place in a couple of days. You got out of the dark place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people,
Yeah.
making them crazy, bringing the dark place to Bright Falls.
Guess Fiction coming in contact with the dark place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything like darkness when night falls. But last time
This will be back in 2010.
Yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. Before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the dark place, make all this shit go away. Look, I know it's batshit crazy. My memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
Mr. Wake, Alan, we've seen our share of batshit crazy in the past 24 hours. What I want to know is, why am I? Why are we written into the story?
I think I saw you. Or a vision of you in the dark place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
It's insane. And there's so much of it.
That concludes our debate.
Wake just gave us a lot of information.
Çok bilgi verdi
But
bize.
this clicker
Clicker.
seems like a good place to start. If we find that, then we find the cult. The pages we've been finding are from a horror story called Return, written by Alan Wake. And the contents of this book are coming true. Why couldn't it have been a romance?
Niye bir roman değildi bu? Bir dakika çıkamıyorum. Niye böyle oldu? Ha.
Fiction coming in contact with the dark place can change reality. The story is coming true.
your double edited it into a horror
Düşüncelerini.
that's now changing reality, taking over people. Huh.
The overlap. How to enter. Case closet zaten. For later.
Have you ever heard of the cult of the tree?
Creepy bunch. In the habit of wearing deer masks, performing murder rituals, victims turning into monsters possessed by darkness, possibly inspired by a horror story written by a certain author. Ring any bells?
The cult. Yes. Yes. They have the clicker.
If the cult has the clicker, does that make them Scratch's followers? How are you so certain they even have the clicker?
They could be working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Yeah, of course.
Is he confused? Or is he hiding something? Wake said the cult has the clicker. How does he know?
The
Nereden
writer
biliyor
is
mu?
the reader. The next chapter. The next chapter. The next chapter. Keep the pages safe, the dark shining of the words.
Wake is hiding pages. That's how he knows the cult has the clicker. Wake has a double. Mr. Scratch.
İkizi var. Scratch mi?
Where is he now?
A
Nerede
cloud
o?
of wrath wears my face. The dark place in your place. Scratching out my body of work.
Scratch is here. In Washington. He's hunting Wake. Scratch looks just like Wake. Why?
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. I swam to the shore, but the water is rising.
Wake and Scratch are clearly connected. Maybe Scratch got out because Wake did. Or vice versa. Okay, Mr. Wake. I know you have more pages of the
Saklıyorsun bazı
manuscript on
sayfaları.
you.
You don't understand how vital these pages are. They're the only way I can know what's coming.
You're not the only one trying to solve this. This is our job.
Okay. Here. Now, this is all I have. Be careful with them. Inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the Cult of the Tree. A cultist stared at her. She drew her weapon.
The Cult of the Tree has the clicker Wake told me about. They're a part of all this.
Birisi için mi çalışıyor?
They could be working for Scratch.
Scratch. Bunun
I
ikizi.
remember, it's all confused.
Karışık hatırlamıyorum. Hatırla lan bir şeydi.
Standing inside the trailer at the outskirts of Watery.
It's all on the page. The clicker, the cult. Okay, I'll head to Watery and find this trailer. Casey, you stay here and keep an eye on Mr. Wake.
Got it.
No, you need me there.
No dice, pal. This is an FBI investigation, and I don't see a badge on that flannel.
Hmm. Switch reality. Bir dakika. Evet. Burada bir ara verelim. Sonraki bölümden devam edeceğiz.